Tom has it because he wants to come on for the beer taste. All right, we're about to go. Here we go.
Yep.
This is Brian with Guys, Games, and Beer, and we are live here at Gamehole Con 2024, and we are here with...
I'm Christopher Rick from Old Warwick Labs and an honorary guy. And today we're interviewing...
This is Peter Grantis of Dark Nebula Games. I'm here at the con enjoying myself and having a Latvian Farmer's Ale, which is brewed by a microbrewery in Milwaukee area that created this beer that was from the 1800s. And they said one of the things is they said many revolutionaries started their revolutionary over a beer in a tavern. And we're drinking one of the beers which was used for a Latvian uprising.
Yeah, there's a wonderful story on the can,
Yes.
which I you can read or I'll read if you wish. So many revolutions have been plotted over a tankard of ale in a village tavern. In this case, peasant leaders in Branguli, Latvia, my apologies, organized the 1802 peasant uprising in the town of Calgary. At the time, many Latvians were serfs, trapped in a life of servitude under the German noble class. 9. Uprisings against serfdom continued as the ideals of a Latvian national identity were also awakened and discussed in country taverns all over current-day Latvia. Musicians, choirs, and theater troupes performed in these local taverns and helped spread the message of this national identity. Latvians were freed from serfdom in 1863, but still struggled to become fully independent people during this time.
Aww.
Many Latvian writers, musicians, artists, and folklorists produced works expressing this emerging Latvian identity. A story of the people, for the people, by the people.
Hooray!
Wow, that is a lot of writing on a can.
That's
It's
my
very
people.
small,
Those are
yes,
my
it's-
people.
It's very, very small. So
Cheers.
small. Try this out.
What is the traditional tone?
In Latvian?
Yeah.
Gross.
Prost.
Oh, those Germans.
It's
Yeah,
German.
those
Yeah.
Germans.
And the word "alus" is Latvian for beer, and it has a fruity taste to it.
Yeah.
It
this
is a very fruity taste. Very
Yeah.
fruity
Yeah.
taste, yeah.
That is, yeah, that is.
Definitely interesting.
I'm going to walk across camera. I'm sorry, guys, because I really want to be on for this particular beer.
This is very interesting.
Beer.
I'm not sure I've ever had anything quite like this.
Yeah. So the right.
But not quite.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I'm getting
What do
pretty
you think?
sweet
What do you
over
think?
here. I am getting sweet. I am getting amazingly sweet.
Well, it is sweet, but
You're amazingly sweet.
Yeah, it has that sweet taste, but yet that you can taste fruity.
it's not saccharine though.
It's definitely not
I'm
your
actually kind of at a loss for words. I'm not
Leinenkugels.
sure how to describe this.
It's not your
There's a
Leinenkugels
light
berry vice.
tartness.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's
I
definitely
think
not
there's
that.
a light tartness, which might be what you're thinking in the sour,
Right, right.
but it's sweet and tart.
And then like a smokiness. You get this like the
Yes.
smokiness.
This beer has got a lot going on. Okay, see, now here's the thing. Here's the reason why we're all drinking it and you're not. Peter, why are we all drinking this and they're not?
This beer was created just for the Wisconsin Lutheran or Latvian Cultural Foundation for their fall festival. The brewery, which is eluding the name at the time, created this batch, which was only sold and drank at that function.
Wow.
I managed to get a case of it for myself and bring it on here and share it with you guys.
The
Well,
Gathering
that is wonderful.
Place.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Gathering Place Brewery.
Gathering Place Brewery. Thank you.
Thank you.
So different.
Really?
Yeah.
It is.
Very, very much.
So you guys have to realize, you watch the show, you know how many hundreds and hundreds of beers we've drank. This is something
Yeah.
completely different.
And this is the second year they had it, so
It's very much
And-
fruity. That smoke. There's a German style of beer that I feel like influenced the creation of this, where it's
Likely.
like super smoky, and I can't remember the name of it offhand, but I feel like that's part of the base of this.
yeah. Then these beers, as they have said, were created off of farm fields back in the 1800s and stuff like that. So it's the guy did a lot of research to figure out this formula, and last year he had them bottles, and we drank it very quickly.
It slaps.
There was
he
a
means. young
New
kids.
Glarus
It's
put out a
slap.
bubbler a couple years ago, and this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. But beyond that, I'm at a loss for words. I
Yeah.
mean, I like it. It's really hard to describe.
Uncategorizable.
Yes.
Pretty much so. It's not. Okay, I know that they calling it a farmhouse ale.
Right.
Okay, because it's an ale. It's it's brewed with ale yeast. Blah 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 blah. But I wouldn't call it a farmhouse ale.
Yeah.
I mean, that may be the style.
That's the style. What's from the recipes he looked up.
Right, but the fruitiness in it.
It doesn't say what they use for malt, did it?
Yeah.
No,
No.
it doesn't.
Because I'm curious if it wasn't some kind of fruit.
Right.
know?
It's like a
Well, I know there's fruit, and I
Saison.
thought he said there's some honey in it too.
Oh, okay.
All right, all
I
right.
thought he said it.
yeah.
but
So
Oh,
it's
I'm
so
sure
it's
it does.
so it's a beer whose second cousin on his mom's side is actually mead.
yeah.
I'm betting you're right there. Chris hit it right too. It's along the lines of something. Now this is not even close. I shouldn't even say this. It's like a berry vice. I got
Almost.
I got a very strong berry taste from it.
Yeah, I can see that.
What, this beer's great uncle was actually a mead.
Yeah, but I've had berry life before, but it's not.
Well, I mean,
Right. That's
this
what
is
we
this
were
is
talking
not
about
Liney's
not
berry
having
vice.
the
Right, but
sweetness.
it's like a
and it
close
definitely doesn't have the
distance
sweetness of the
cousin
berry
to it.
vice.
I guess I was thinking if he took a cider and made it less sweet, that'd be kind of what.
And then
this calls
smoked
to.
it.
Smoked it.
And then smoked it a little.
I guess I can taste the berry vice on like the back or at the beginning, but the backswing is completely
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, yeah. When it sits on your palate for a little bit, the taste and flavor changes a bit.
Yeah.
Funny is,
Oh.
based on the
Tip of
can,
tongue
I
is
mean, I know there's all that
smokiness,
writing,
definitely.
but the rest of it
Well,
looks
there's a whole nother
fairly
side, too.
generic, and I was thinking, I don't know, this might be. Then it's much more complex than I expected.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Never
he,
judge a book by its cover.
he went in and
Unless
did a
it's
lot
mine.
of research to make this formula, or the brewmaster, the brewery.
Well, that's yeah. This
Bravo,
is
this guy. Again, I have no idea what a Latvian farmer's ale should taste like, but I can imagine being right now
Yep.
out back of my farm, late fall day. I've done for the day. I've taken care of whatever I need to take care of, and I just grab my beer and I sit and I look at the good
Yep.
green earth.
In the Latvian
And then I
sun.
rebel.
Yeah, then we rebel.
Then we go to the bar. We start a revolution.
And then we
I
get
got
Over
the
beer.
music.
Let's do it.
the country
I
of
got the
Latvia
music.
has been taken over so many times. It's like they had a lot of chance to sit in the bars and drink and rebel.
Okay, I'm gonna step off. You guys are gonna talk about other things.
Yes, sir.
But this is also I would just again say thank you for bringing this. But this is a very special private reserve, and I feel fortunate to have a chance to try a little bit of
And
this.
super complex, interesting drink as well. It's
and
not
not
like
and
I
not
didn't-
and not
I
an
didn't
easy
wanna
beer
put
to
it
come
down.
by.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
next October, right before, they'll have the fest again. So if you look it up online, it is open to the public, and you get good Latvian food and Latvian beer.
Wonderful. Thank
All
you
right,
again.
Excellent.
So end of feature part 1.
Intermission. Go get your popcorn. That goes with your beer, and then come back.
So what else do you have for us today, Peter?
I have these wonderful Dungeon Crawl Classic dice trays. If you ever played with Dungeon Crawl Classic, they have the dice chain. You don't have the traditional 7 dice for the regular
Right.
D4, D6, D8. They also have the D3s, D4, 5, 6, all the way up to the 100s. And when you play
Very
with
good.
the dice, I always screw up the 12, 14, and 16s, and then the 7, 5s, and 8s are hard. And then when you're in a pile there, I got some dice in here.
Oh yeah. The my products are for this game line, the game system, and the 12, 14, 16. I have to find the highest number on it, or I don't know which one it is.
I can see that. Yeah.
So with these,
I mean, how could you tell, really?
you got
They're very similar. They're like they're
turn and look
slightly rounded corners.
So this gives ability, especially for new players, to line up the dice,
Get your organization
get
on.
your organization on. I'm not putting them in order, but they'll pull
But yeah.
all the dice. So when you are playing, this just gives you an idea, even though they're not in order. But some of the dice, as you can see, when you pull
you-
out the 12.
You just put the four-sided dice in
Yeah.
the D100
I
spot.
was looking at it backwards.
Yeah.
Totally work. It's fine.
Yeah, 25% chance per side.
Yep.
See now, this is a
The 12.
that's a 12. That's a
12 is usually easy to find.
That's the percentage.
And oh, you found my cheese.
Gross! I touched his cheese.
Yeah.
in the
That's
land of cheese and
this is a
beer.
5.
Down
that's
it goes.
A 7. That's a
Yeah, and now
10.
we need to launch a cheese recovery
Seven.
mission.
Oh no, those cheeses. My wife had a she's an IT recruiter, and they had a party or people flying in for the event, and she said we need to print something out, Wisconsin. She said I need to print me out a bunch of cheese.
Here's the, so look at the.
Yeah.
If you look at the 12 and the 16, you can see that it's slightly more rounded.
Yeah.
But as soon
Yeah,
as I put the
very
14,
slightly,
you
but
see the
yeah.
14
There's
and
more
16,
cheese in there.
I got a handful of cheese.
Oh yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Oh the
frog god,
the Buddha frog.
Buddha frog. There's wait, there it is.
There it
Now
is.
Look at now. The
Yes,
14
those
and the
are-
16
Oh, you
like
might as well put cheese
very-
on there.
What?
No, don't put the cheese on the
you want
tray.
all the cheese in-
Yeah,
you want
well,
a cheese
we
platter.
need a.
Yeah, it's a cheese
just-
tray.
it-
It's a charcuterie plate.
Yeah, it also
Yeah,
doubles
and, the
cheese.
meat on the charcuterie is frog.
Yeah.
Dice and
so,
cheese and cheese and dice
As you
and
can
dice
see,
and
the
cheese.
16, 14 looks similar, and then when you're in a chaotic situation and the GM says, grab that dice before you die, and you're like, oh, and then you roll a 12,
I say that very
14 instead of a 16, and then you die.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and then for the beginner player who's starting the game, it is hectic just trying to keep these
Right.
dice in there. And then with that, there's another neat feature. I'm going to put this down for a second.
We can talk about the color changing
Yeah,
PLA.
yeah.
Dice down.
Dice down. But if you hold these up, they're this pattern here,
I don't know if you
Is,
can see that it's green on the side.
special pattern, and they're trifilaments. They're a trifilament, so when you turn it, you can see it changes colors.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful. I
So-
love it.
This one's real easy to see. It's
Yeah.
like green on the side, and then when you look at it,
Yeah. so-
purplish red.
That's
Oh,
kinda
that
crazy.
Yeah, that's really
yeah.
cool.
So yeah, this one has it
Yeah.
too.
It's a great feature. I don't know if I can
This
see
one
this
was down.
when
Yeah.
you turn.
Yeah. So when you turn it,
No, turn it
Yeah, it
like
went
this.
from like a pink to a
Yeah,
gold to
on
now
a
it's
flame, yeah.
purple.
I don't know if that's showing up on
Isn't that
camera,
crazy?
but
Well, yeah,
that's
excellent,
really
excellent.
that's really
and then
cool.
Fantastic.
the website just doesn't capture this thing. So when I'm looking at it this way, it looks orangish. You turn it around, it turns more yellowish.
Yep.
So every player has
Yeah,
a
green and red.
different
Yeah,
color. Here's orange, and then here's more of a purplish. So
very
that
cool.
is a cool feature. and
That is
then
wonderful.
These ones are the and they all have funky names. Like one mithril armor, whatever. Oswald Copperpot the third is one. That was a name.
Nice.
Penguin.
Yeah, it was from the
Os-
Penguin. But,
Oswald
Yes, yep.
Copperpot.
well, Copper
Oswald Cobblepot.
Oswald Cobblepot. That's right.
Cobblepot. We changed it to Copperpot. 'cause
Copperpot.
Oh yeah,
it is a copper-colored
Yeah.
thing, and when we made it more regal, we made him the third.
Am I correct that you also have a glow in the dark one?
Yeah, we got two glow-in-the-dark ones. I have 20-some colors, but I'm gonna downsize to some when you print them out. My daughter picks out the colors and like I'm done with colors, and then like she'll put something in the Amazon cart for me. I'm like, oh, I got to order that. So I went from 5 colors up to 20 colors in a short period.
It's also worth noting, like, so if I look at it this way, it goes from red to green.
Yeah,
But if I look at it long ways, it goes from blue to yellow.
yeah. These
So
are
there's- yeah,
Crazy,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
very
then-
cool.
So crazy.
This isn't. This is just like a dual color, but it's shiny and it's bluish purple, and it does change colors a little bit. And then I have a couple of tri-colors, but they're all funky colors. I got the glow-in-the-dark ones, and as I said, the web page just doesn't do it justice. I'm trying to get a video made so when it spins,
Yeah.
you can see the
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
color
You need
change.
one of those
This
product
yeah.
highlight things.
It
Yeah.
says it showed up.
Yeah, no,
Doing
but
it right here.
That's great.
right here, but on the website. It's a nice picture, and then you can't. If you look close at the wormy pattern, I don't know if you can get a close up on that. It has a unique wormy pattern on it.
And
Yeah.
they're durable.
Yeah, they are durable.
Tom,
There is
Can we-
one.
can I show?
Downfall
Can you
is
see the pattern on
PLA.
this one?
PLA.
So that's the pattern that he's talking about in
Forgive me,
the
what does
PLA
that
when he
stand for?
prints them.
I forgot.
Okay.
I'm not. I just printed.
I
it.
don't
It's
feel so
almost
bad
like
now.
old
Yeah.
school. Like I need 3D glasses
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. PLA is the type of printer. There's
I see. Okay.
PEG. This PLA is it's soft. So if you leave it in the sun, it could bend. I've had people leave them in their cars, and all you do is you leave it back in the sun and throw a book on it, and it straightens it out. But
Ain't
you know,
nothing to
It
it.
is correctable.
yeah, it is correctable because one of the Goodman Games guy, he goes, my thing, he goes, it's hot out, and I go, started to warp. I go, just leave it in the sun for a short period, and then throw a book on it, and you're good.
And these are on your website?
They're on my website. Goodman Games has 5 colors, but the Road Crew has a multiple number of colors. I will be they are on sale at 25% off, so like they're $13.50 right now.
At your website?
Yeah, at my website.
And that is, the URL is?
DarkNebulaGames.com.
DarkNebulaGames.com is where
And
you
do
can
have
get
any
these
links
awesome.
for social media?
Yeah, I also have a Facebook page, Dark Nebula Games also.
Wonderful.
And it's probably going to be down below in the video.
Well, next to the dice tray on the ground.
Yeah.
Just
It
above
is.
it, just
That's
above
true.
Yeah. Oh, then you can't see it, but when you have the filaments, it's hilarious because I print them out, then I put the filaments away. The filaments do not look like this color. They look like a totally different color. Then I couldn't find which filaments, and I had to print out a whole new tray. So I started marking the names of the dice tray and the filaments on the back,
Nice.
so I can find the filaments.
Very
Oh,
clever. Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So
Very nice.
I know this project all started because I wanted to learn how to use a mesh mixer, a 3D product. I'm like, I need something simple, and a dice tray turned out to be the product. And then 6 months later, Goodman Games picked them up.
Awesome.
That's goodman-games.com if you want to find them there and get some books. My 2 ziggurat modules are also there,
Yes.
so you can pick up his dice trays and my books in the same order.
Awesome. There you go.
You got anything else going on, Peter?
Not well. Actually, we're doing the. I'm doing working the Crawl for Cancer, which is a
Crawl for the Cure.
Crawl for the
Yep,
Cure,
yep.
which is a cancer fundraiser at Gamehole, and they also have an Ether Meet. I donated a bunch of products. They're doing a number of the Mega Dungeon, the Dark Tower, so they have 3 simultaneous dungeon masters running the game, and there's 3 parties going through the dungeon, and they have a 12 by 12 printout of the map, and your 0 level
Foot.
characters.
12 foot by
12 foot.
printout of the map.
Yeah,
And
they're-
the judges are literally standing on it and moving. Funko pops around as
Yeah.
the groups.
So it is a blast. So if you're ever at Gamehole, and then the online version is they have an online version that you can put in bids to kill off characters, raise characters. I always do something like a monkey shows up and throws a banana at them, and they have to roll a dexterity check or agility check or fall.
As you do.
And
Yeah.
that's called Ether Meet. And I just arranged for Corey Welch, the person who organizes both Crawl for the Cure and Ether Meet, to have a sit down with Guys, Games, and Beer in the near future. So look out for that video after Gamehole Con and before Christmas.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap this one up?
Nope, I'm saying they're on sale for a while. So go buy a dice tray.
And the website again is?
The website again is Dark Nebula Games. Again, DarkNebulaGames.com.
.com.
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, Peter. And thank you for joining us at this one. We've got a few more interviews, at least one more interview coming up later this afternoon. Cheers from Gamehole Con 2024.
Cheers.
Cheers.